This is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video, and another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Today in this video, as I'm sure you just saw, I'm going to be joined by Fizzy Elephant, so good morning, Fizzy. I'm also going to be joined by my cake, so good morning, cake. Nom 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 nom. I felt like a bit mean eating my cake then. It feels wrong, like wishing something a good morning and then very quickly ending its morning by eating it. Anyway, good morning, Barnaby. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to eat you, Barnaby. It's okay. just the cake. Anyway, let's go down to the love garden, and I'll let you all know who I'm going to wish a good morning to, and then add them to my love garden. And then then I'm going to talk about what I'm going to be building today, because we're starting a big and exciting and shiny new project today. But first to my love garden, I'm going to be adding Pop SNF, and that's because they did this very appropriate picture, considering what I'm talking about, of me holding up a cake. And the reason I love it is I think that in their drawing, they have just summed up perfectly the excitement that I feel when I get to actually eat a cake. So thank you so much for doing the drawing, and welcome to my love garden. Right then, Barnaby, you can go to the doghouse. I'll then choose which dog's going to be joining us, but then we're not going to go far today. In fact, it's actually a bit of it's a big day and a sad day today. And the reason it's a big day is because, as I said, we're building something big and exciting. The sad thing is I think I'm kind of basically building the last building I can build. Oh, I said build a lot of times then, didn't I? I need to build a better vocabulary. Corey, you can join me. The reason it's sad is because, I think we're kind of building the last bit in the main part of the town because I've kind of like run out of space. So obviously I've got loads of space over there to build stuff. And then like over there, not hit the target's castle, which is still in absolute darkness, which is good. If you don't know what's going on here, then look at my episode called Darkness. But yeah, there's still this area here where I can build some more restaurants. And I, for a long time, spoke about building out like a pier out here from where this tree is. But in terms of like what I consider Stampy's town proper, which is basically like these long streets down here, there's only been one plot left. There's only been one very small amount of available land for me to be able to continue building something. And oh, that's not it. That's close to it though. See all these buildings down here? Yeah, this is it here. This is the last little area that I had available to build something in the main part of my town. And you might think, oh, you were bigging up this big episode, and you're going to be starting this great big new project. How big of a project can you be building here? Well, we're building up. We're building tall. In fact, we're going to be building almost as tall as the clock tower. This is going to be the second tallest thing in my town. The clock tower isn't actually the tallest thing in my lovely world. Leave a comment down below if you know what the tallest thing overall is. Hint, hint. So basically, we're building something up super tall. So we're going to be building a blacksmith. And the reason I want to do a blacksmith is they've added a whole bunch of new blocks that are going to be available for me to use to make this blacksmith. Basically things like the grindstone and like the stone cutters. Basically, there's a lot of good blacksmithy stuff which I haven't had a chance to build out of up until now, and I want to make the most of it. And so I decided to build it inside of a giant sword. So the sword is going to go way up to the top with the blade, and then the actual blacksmith is going to be in the crossguard, or also known as the quillions, which is going to be above the grip, and then at the entrance is going to be in the pommel. And if you can tell, I did very quickly Wikipedia the specific names of a sword before I started the video, because I did not have that kind of knowledge in my head before we started. But first, I'm going to build the path, and I'm actually going to be building the path out of campfires, if you can believe it or not. And I know it sounds super, super dangerous, but I promise you there's a cool way you can do paths using campfires where it's not dangerous. But first I need to build a little area down here. So I need to go 9 along the path's going to be. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so the reason we have like a bit of an extra path leading to it is because the actual part of the sword here, which is going to be the actual main building, just isn't that big, because it's all going to be up in the air. So we had a lot of room at the front, and it looked really really weird if it was just nothing there. So yeah, we're going to add down all of these campfires in a row down here. And you may be thinking that it won't be a smart idea to walk across them because, well, here's a practical demonstration of what can happen if you try to walk along the path. Yeah, this isn't like an endurance challenge. There is water like right next to it, so you should be okay, Fizzy. All right, so let's make some more of these. But yeah, you can basically put campfires out. They don't have to be lit on fire all the time. You can put like water on them, or the easiest way to do it is you can just use a shovel. And this is something that I didn't really know until I was kind of researching and kind of coming up with ideas for this path. But yeah, if you just use... No, cow. Oh, get in the water. Get in the water, cow. Go down in the water. No, go down the hole. No. Oh, no. Oh, but burnt to a crisp. To a cookie crisp. It looked like that. Oh, poor cow. Poor cow. I tried to say them. Right, let's put this path out then. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, yeah, I just need one last campfire down the end. And then, yeah, let me show you the effect you get. So it just has quite a cool look. And like, I think that if someone didn't know it was a campfire, you'd look at this and it just looks like some sort of like cool sort of bridge, or I don't know, just something a little bit more interesting. So if you are trying to think of more things to build out of, and you haven't kind of considered using like campfires for the floor, they're quite cheap to craft. It's just like wood and coal and stuff. So it's like not that expensive to like build them in terms of like gathering loads of materials. But it's not something that you see built too much. So yeah, that's what the path's going to be. And then we're going to do a bunch of glowstone here. Oh yeah, the sword's going to be shiny. I didn't mention that. So the sword, oh no. Well, at least the chicken didn't get set on fire. At least they showed up late to the party, which has probably saved their life a little bit. So yeah, the sword is going to be mainly just made out of clay. Or I guess concrete in this case. But then there's going to be a bunch of glowstone in it, so it's going to be all like lit up at night. And the idea is, and we'll see how it ends up, but the idea is the shape kind of is going to resemble like a 2D outline of an actual proper giant. Oh no, I got the cooked beef in my pocket. Oh, poor cow. Yeah, it's going to look like the resemblance of kind of like a classic outline of a of like an actual skyscraper. So it's going to be here next to the clock tower. So I think it will kind of stand out as like, oh, it looks like some giant building. Then you get closer and you see it's just like an enormous sword like stretching up into the sky, which I don't know. I think will look quite cool. Anyway, let's go and add in some. Yeah, we're going to add in some armor stands along here as well. I realize I've just been building the path this whole time today. I haven't built any of the actual stuff yet. So we're going to build a bit. Let's go on this level, and we're just going to go here, and then maybe here. And so basically as you walk up, there's going to be these. Actually, let's build these a little bit further in. They're a bit too far forward here because this is where the entrance is going to be. So let's maybe start like here, and then I'll just leave a gap of 1. So there's going to be armor stands, and then with a bunch of armor on them, kind of in position. Oh, if you go two blocks back, Fizzy, and do it along there like that. Well, tell you what, because I want to get a start actually building the thing. If you grab that, Fizzy, grab the armor stands, grab some iron. I'll leave you in charge of getting full sets of iron armor on them, and iron swords as well. The swords are important, and then you can pick the poses. I may regret that. In my head, I want them all like standing in a row, holding just the swords out in front of them. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what a selection Fizzy goes for. So it's just going to make this whole entrance to this area, the shiny sword, just a little bit more dramatic, I think. Which is yeah, drama and like dramatic buildings isn't something that's very common in my lovely world. Lovely buildings and like interesting buildings and colourful buildings are much more common than dramatic buildings. But hopefully this will be one of the few ones that is going to be just like purposefully very dramatic. So right, we're building the pommel. Okay, so the pommel, I'm just like a sword expert now. I literally looked this up right as we were starting. Is just it's just like the round bit at the bottom of the sword, and this is going to be like where you enter. So I'm going to try and like make it look as like rounded as possible. So I'm going to add in a bunch of stairs. So this is where the actual just main doorway is going to be, and you can see even though that this like dips down here because it's on that block there, it kind of just like makes it like as a step to go in. So there'll be a door there. Then actually there's going to be a single block of glowstone up a... Right, sorry about that weird cut. My dog is behind me and she was chewing her dog bowl, which is something that she's never done before. So I just checked that she's okay and that she wouldn't destroy the dog bowl. But it seems like it's all going to be okay. So yeah, single block of glowstone there, and then we're going to go for a dark oak door there, and then we're just going to, like, as I said, just try and make it as rounded as possible. So we're going to go and like add kind of just a trail of stairs. And I know building with stairs is just a big giant pain, but I think that it will I think it'll look good. I think this is kind of the only way to make it actually look rounded, and that's like one of the obviously the hardest things to do in Minecraft, a game famously all about building with blocks. Trying to make anything rounded is always a bit of a challenge. So you can see I kind of go out like that, and then like that there, and then we're going to go up by 3 from here. So let me grab, do I have any dirt? Yeah, I got a bit of dirt. Let me use this as my temporary scaffolding just to go up to the top here. So these need to go up by 3, these blocks there. So there's stairs there, then we go 1, 2, 3. And then this is kind of going to make like our big square. And then basically we're going to round it off and just do kind of the same sort of effect at the top with it rounding back in. So these stairs will need to go here, and then here. Then this will go along the top here like this. Oh, Fizzy, you need more iron? You need more iron? Oh, I got more iron. I didn't think you'd need so much. I mean, to be fair, luckily this is the blacksmith, so we are in the right place for it. Yeah, some of the oh no, why have you put all of their hats and tops on, but none of them have any trousers? Why have you done it in that? Why have you not done like complete sets on it? You just done all of the top half, but none of them have any trousers. I think it's a bit funnier like that, but no, we're not after funny today. For once, we're not going for funny. We're going for dramatic and all. This looks too like tall. That looks too lopsided, doesn't it? Oh, have I gone too tall? I think I've gone too tall. You know. I think I think there's only meant to be one. I think there's only meant to be one block there, right? Okay. Oh, sorry, Fizzy. I'm sorry. Yeah, like I've definitely built way too tall here. This is just meant to be like perfectly round. And there's some more iron down there for you, Fizzy. If you need that. Luckily, this is the easy bit because this is, well, I say it's the easy bit. I just did it wrong, didn't I? I mean, this is the bit where I just got to work out the dimensions. And then once we have that, oh God, look, my boat's being invaded by zombies. It's like a zombie army. Like just completely invaded the SS Stumpy. Oh yeah, once I've got these dimensions all down, I just need to build along, and so it's going to be, I guess this is the hard bit, I suppose. That's what I was trying to say. But like once this is done, everything else is going to be easier. So let me just build this and then just see if it works out right. Now that's the way I normally build things, is I don't work it out beforehand. I just build it. Then if it looks right, then I just carry on. So does that look, oh, is that too squashed now? Wait, no, because look, there's a block going along there where the glowstone is. No, I think that is right. I think that is the way it's meant to be. And so then now we just need to go along this way. And so we're just going to like place these stairs on the side like that. And then there'll be a block there like that. And then this here inside is going to be where the ladder is going to be leading up to the top. So I think the ladder will be about here. Is Fizzy not wearing his army? His armor. Has he donated it to? He's dressing them up. I don't think he liked how plain it was with them all just having the iron armor, and he's decided to dress them all up a little bit. So yeah, these blocks here. So we're gonna have the edges here, and then we need to go across by 3 along this way, I believe. So let's go. Oh no, that's meant to be stairs. So we go stairs, stairs, and stairs there like that. And then there's going to be a tower leading up, and then there's going to be the horizontal bit. So the what I'm kind of going for is it to look like it's, oh no, oh, Fizzy's in trouble. Fizzy's in trouble. It's okay. I'll save you, Fizzy. Yeah, I want it to look like it wouldn't be like big enough to have like a full like shop on the inside, because the actual sword part is going to go to like so tall. I kind of want it to be like a bit of like an optical illusion. I want it to look like it won't be very big at all, and you're thinking like, oh, that's just like, you know, the small part of the sword. How is there going to be a whole blacksmith in there? And I'll be honest, it's not going to be the biggest blacksmith in the world, but I want it to be one of those buildings that like seem bigger on the inside. And I think just from like my first designs in my sketchbook world that I've done, I think I have like kind of been able to roughly do that. So yeah, you walk into here. So this is where the ladder's going to go up. So let's do like a hole in the top there like that, and let's just start building this bit up a little bit higher, just to mark where the ladder's is going to go, and then I can go and fill in the rest of these stairs, and then I take a step back and kind of just show you what it kind of looks like so far. So you'll just get a pretty good idea of what the design's going to be for the whole thing, and then yeah, we can start working a little bit later on like the actual blade and the sword part, which is going to go really high into the air. So there we go. This is kind of roughly how it's going to be. Oh, let me do the door, because that's always like one of the things that I forget about, but one of the most important things. Oh no, it's not a dark oak door it's a spruce one. I want kind of like a kind of like the older, more rustic, I guess, style door. So that is going to go on there like that, and then you can lead straight in. Let's go and fill that in there. Then I guess I better start making some ladders. So the actual kind of this first tower bit from there is going to go 9 blocks high, and then the building in total is going to be like, I think I worked it out, so I'm probably not going to do exactly this height because it doesn't really matter like exactly what height it is, but it's going to be roughly around 86 blocks high, and that's quite high. It's very, very high, in fact. As I said, the second highest thing in the entire town. So this is going to be like, hopefully one of the big landmarks. I don't know why I've been so obsessed about doing landmarks in my lovely world recently, but like, I used to always just focus on every single building as an individual, but now I'm really like focusing on how they all like fit into together. And like, there's certain things that I just kind of built on a whim that have kind of become like well-known things. And so now I'm kind of like thinking about like that a little bit more. Anyway, so yeah, this tower needs to go 9 blocks high. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. At the perfect amount of blocks in my hand as well. So let's go and fill this ladder, because this is just going to be easy for me just making my way up and down. And then yeah, the tower, we're going to build it in mainly as like a tube of blocks around the side here. But as I said, I want everything to look a bit more rounded. So a great way, especially with this blackstone, to make things look more rounded is of course using stairs, but also using like fence poles as well. Fence poles can make things look really rounded, because it's like not very easy to see where like the blocks end, and then like the I guess it's not fences, or is it like wall? Yeah, sorry, blackstone wall, not fences. Yeah, so it's not hard to it's not easy to see where like the wall ends and then this begins. So from here it's quite obvious, but if you look from this side, it almost makes it look like just the whole tube is like much rounder. And if you do it with like stone or some of like the lighter color walls, I think it's kind of easier to tell the difference. But when you use this blackstone, it's all just like so dark and the textures kind of blend into each other. It's really like difficult to tell, as I say, where like the blocks start and then the fences are. So let's go down and let's just make sure I haven't done like some giant horrific error before I start carrying on. But no, that looks good. So there we go. So hopefully you're getting a good idea of just how big this thing's going to be. So this is all just like the bottom tiny bit of the sword, and then now there's going to be the horizontal bit going along here, which is basically going to be the main part of the blacksmith. This is where the actual like blacksmith shop is going to actually be. So I kind of need to go one higher, because as I say, that's the tunnel there like that. I'll add an extra fence in just so Fizzy can can come up and join me. And yeah, let's just try and start at least filling some of this floor in, just to get it all ready. So going along here, this wall needs to be 13 blocks long. So if we go like, what's like half of 13? That doesn't really work. So it'd be like 6 either side, I guess, and then 1 in the middle. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. But then on these end bits, it's going to go out by 1 further, just like that. And the reason for that is because that's going to be where the other walls are going to be. But then how far does it need to go along this way? So these side walls are going to be 3 blocks along here. And then once again, we're going to have the corner, which means it should be this shape, I believe. So I think, if I've done this right, the blocks I'm placing now are going to be where the walls all need to be, if I got the dimensions. It was just a bit confusing because, as I said, like I've got the like the idea of it being the big box, but then there's just the walls on the other side. And then yeah, it's going to be basically just a big black stone lump, but then we're going to add some like glowstone in it as a bit of a decoration. I did add windows in it, and then I changed my mind about the windows, but I might go and add them back in again. So I think this is right. So there needs to be 3 blocks. So if this is the middle here, this needs to be 1, 2, 3 wide. Yeah, and then it goes in like that. I think this is right. I think Yes, let's commit. Let's let's commit to it being like this, and then if it looks wrong, we can fix it a little bit later on afterwards. But I believe. Oh no, I don't think this is. No, it's not right. It's not right, Fizzy, because there's going to be walls on the underneath as well. So this is actually perfect for the floor, but the walls go out by one further. I was thinking it does look a little bit too small in here, and that's because these gaps underneath there. These are all going to have the walls on as well, the black stone walls. It's confusing because these are like the stone walls. So I'm talking about these as being walls, but then I mean like there's actual like the walls for the building as well at the same time. So these are going to go around here like that. And then if I just break away these blocks for now, just so I can go and place these ones around there like that. And once again, it's just going to make the whole thing just kind of seem like a little bit more rounded. And like these will all kind of blend in with the other blocks quite nicely. So I tell you what, Fizzy, if you want to carry on, if I throw you some of these walls, and I guess you can make some more as well if I give you some blackstone, I'll go and start building up these walls, which are going to be on top of it. And oh, is this right here? I think this is right. I think this is right. As I said, any minor changes can be made a little bit later on. I just want to make sure I get a decent amount done so you can all get a good idea of what the general design is going to be. So these are going to get all built up here along there like that. Then, as I said, there's going to be basically where you would expect there to be windows, but it's all going to be made out of glowstone poking up on the side like that. So tell you what, seeing as that is quite just... I think... Wait, how did that get lit again? Fizzy, did you light one of the campfires back up? You didn't. What lit the campfire? Was it that zombie? Was it struck? Oh, wait a minute. A zombie must have wandered on here. It became day. The zombie got set on fire and it lit the campfire. There's got to be a mini game in that somehow. I didn't know that was a thing. You could build like a floor. You could do like a floor out of campfires, and then you have like a mob spawner. You release the googlies, you open up the ceiling, they all start burning, and it does a random set of fire, and somehow that becomes a game. That's the part I haven't worked out. But that was a cool discovery to find in a video. I did not know that happens. Anyway, let's admire Fizzy's collection of soldiers up here, of course, all holding cookies and waving them around in a variety of glorious ways. So yeah, we'll get the outside walls done, and then in the next episode, we'll start working on the actual blade of the sword, and then doing the actual decorations on the inside and doing all of the proper workings that you would expect for an actual blacksmith. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode here. Hopefully, you enjoyed our time building together, and you'll join me in the next episode, which will be up very shortly if it's not already all online. So for now, I want to thank Fizzy very much for helping me, you very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!